Every judge of the Supreme Court is united when it comes to securing the frontiers of their independence. 6 judges of a High Court coming together to highlight the pressure being exerted on them while they adjudicate cases of political import. As a result of this letter, it is important that the Supreme Court responds with an appropriate institutional response. Well, the recent letter issued by judges of the Islamabad High Court raises renewed concerns about the independence of the judiciary. And the significance of the letter lies beyond its contents. So concerns with respect to judicial independence and concerns with respect to members of the executive interfering with judicial independence have been raised in the past as well. But 6 judges of a High Court coming together to highlight the pressure being exerted on them while they adjudicate cases of political import. This has happened for the first time in our judicial history. Now, given the significance of this letter and given the grave concerns that it raised, questions also emerged about the efficacy of the government constituting an inquiry commission in this respect, given that it was members of the executive who were being accused of interfering with judicial independence. So lawyers across Pakistan and members of the civil society across Pakistan had raised concerns about an inquiry commission constituted by the government in this respect merely being a hogwash. So as a result, the Supreme Court taking suo motu cognizance of this letter is a step in the right direction, and it is a vindication of the stand which had been taken by lawyers across Pakistan, and it is a vindication of the stand which had been taken by the civil society across Pakistan. Now, as far as the Supreme Court's proceedings today are concerned, one important development today is that there were early indications that the Supreme Court may constitute a full court. The Chief Justice and the committee led by him under the Practice and Procedure Act may constitute a full court to hear this case. Now, we may recall that such concerns or such demands were also raised during the tenure of former Chief Justice Umar Ata Bandial. Nonetheless, the Supreme Court's recalcitrance to form a full court in those cases often affected the integrity of those judicial decisions, and it often affected the integrity of the court and the public's view of the court as an impartial arbiter of disputes. So as a result, a full court hearing this case would serve 2 purposes. First of all, it would signify that any decision that comes from the Supreme Court has the support of all the judges. And number 2, it would serve as a reminder that notwithstanding ideological differences, every judge of the Supreme Court is united when it comes to securing the frontiers of their independence. And I believe, given the significant concerns which have come to the fore as a result of this letter, it is important that the Supreme Court responds with an appropriate institutional response. So as a result, a full court would not only achieve that, but would also serve as a reminder to all the judges serving in all the superior courts across Pakistan that the Supreme Court would not compromise when it comes to the integrity of its judges, and the Supreme Court would not compromise when it comes to protecting the independence of its judges.